Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Farisa binti Abdul Syukur and my student ID is 2022845132. Today, I would like to explain the introduction of the company that we choose. Starbucks is a specialty coffee retailer that originated in the United States and is the largest multinational coffee shop in the world. Headquartered in Seattle, Washington, Starbucks was founded by the famous American entrepreneur Jerry Baldwin and followed by two co-founders, Gordon Bowker and Jeff Siegel, since 1971. However, Starbucks has changed hands to Howard Schultz, an American entrepreneur who bought the company in 1987. Starbucks has set its mission by being an inspiration and fostering spirit between people by adopting the slogan, "One person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time." Research that I have done, the development of Starbucks began in early 1971. At that time, Starbucks was just a roasting and retail store of coffee, tea, beans, and spices in Seattle's Pike Place Market. With only a narrow storefront, the small business has offered a range of the world's best fresh roasted coffee beans and has caught the attention of coffee lovers. Starbucks actually was inspired by the story of Moby Dick. Starbucks has revived the early sailing tradition of the coffee merchant and caused the romance of the high seas to blossom again. Entered in 1981, Starbucks was visited by Howard Schultz, who got the first cup from Starbucks in Sumatra. After he got attention from the owner, Howard was offered to become one of the owners of the company. After much thought, he later joined Starbucks a year after the offer was made. After 2 years of service, Howard left Starbucks and traveled to Italy, where he was stunned by the uniqueness of coffee bars in that country. When Howard settled in Italy and felt the pleasure there, he has set a vision to bring the tradition of Italian coffee houses to the United States and create a place for conversation between communities. Howard started his new coffee shop, Il Giornale, in 1985 before returning to America to buy Starbucks in August 1987 with the help of local investors. Starbucks has gained attention from the world news and coffee lovers. The success allowed Starbucks to be brought into Malaysia for the first time in 1998. Starbucks Malaysia is operated by licensed Starbucks Coffee International Inc., which is Berjaya Starbucks Coffee Company Sdn Bhd and belongs to Berjaya Food Berhad. The first store was opened on 17 December 1998 and was based in Kuala Lumpur. The first opening allowed Starbucks to expand throughout Malaysia. To date, there are more than 320 Starbucks branches open, including more than 98 drive-thru stores and 10 reserve stores. Starbucks has become the favorite coffee place of Malaysians and productive community members across the country after more than 20 years of operation. The popularity of Starbucks among the Malaysian community has enabled the business to win several major awards. Starbucks Malaysia was listed in the top companies to work for in Asia in the Asia Excellence Awards and received the Corporate Sustainability Award in 2017. Starbucks Malaysia was also recognized with the Investment in People Award at the 2018 Asia Responsible Enterprise Awards. Area 2018 to carry out excellent training and development programs involving Malaysians. In 2019, Starbucks Malaysia was honored through the Malaysian CSR Awards 2019 by receiving the Outstanding Corporation Award and emerged as a winner among 50 other organizations. This award is a mark of respect for companies that excel in Malaysia in carrying out their role as agents of change in the country's socio-economic transformation. This award is also a recognition to Starbucks Malaysia due to the Starbucks Malaysia Green Outreach Program, which emphasizes dedication to environmental care and creating meaningful and sustainable change. Starbucks' continued enrichment through its learning and development program is proof that our partners can develop their skills and expertise in all things coffee through the Coffee Master Certification Program. Starbucks Coffee Masters are now easily identifiable by just their black aprons. It is an acknowledgement of their coffee knowledge and passion for the craft.
Starbucks company planning has been significantly impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak. The corporation was compelled to make a number of adjustments to its business operation in order to quickly adapt to the shifting condition. Changes in marketing, supply chain management, and general strategy have been among these modifications. Starbucks changed their marketing approach during the pandemic, which was one of the most important modifications. Starbucks turned focus to social media and digital marketing to reach customers while many of its outlets closed down or operate at reduced capacity. The business also started a new initiative called Together We Can to highlight its dedication to the local area and support for frontline employees. Another area that needed extensive planning during the pandemic was supply chain management. Starbucks experienced supply chain issues, including delays in delivery and shortage of some supplies. In order to solve this, the company tried to expand its inventory level and diversify its sources in order to make sure it could satisfy demand. To safeguard staff and stop the virus from spreading, Starbucks has established new safety measures in its supply chain management, including temperature checks and personal protective equipment. Starbucks' business model has seen considerable changes in terms of general strategy. To adapt to evolving demands from customers, the business has concentrated on increasing the number of mobile ordering and delivery choices. To reach customers in city and rural regions, Starbucks has also experimented with novel store layout like drive-through and walk-out location. To increase the security of its stores, the corporation has also made investment in cutting-edge technologies including UVC light sanitization in air filtering systems. Starbucks intends to maintain this adjustment moving forward while addressing the ongoing problem caused by the pandemic. By 2030, the company hopes to have 22,000 new stores open throughout the world with a focus on drive-through, pick-up and delivery options. Starbucks also intends to spend money on environmental projects including the usage of recyclable cups and waste minimization. In conclusion, Starbucks has had to significantly alter its planning in response to the COVID-19 outbreak, including alteration to its marketing, supply chains operation, and general strategy. The business has quickly changed to meet changing needs, client needs, and protecting employees' health and safety to keep moving forward as the pandemic spread. Starbucks will need to maintain its adaptability and overcome new obstacles. The way the Starbucks company operates has undergone significant changes as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. In order to respond to the changing environment, the corporation had to make considerable changes to its organizational structure, operational procedures, and employee rules. The move toward a more distributed approach represents one of Starbucks' most important organizational structure modifications. The corporation has given district managers and regional managers more freedom to make decisions based on local circumstances as a result of numerous outlets being closed or operating at reduced capacity. This has made it possible for the business to better manage its resources and adapt quickly to shifting conditions. Implementing new work practices practices is another adjustment Starbucks has made to its organizational structure in response to the pandemic. Starbucks has introduced additional cleaning and sanitizing processes in its stores, such as frequent hand washing and the usage of personal protective equipment. In order to safeguard the health and safety of both staff and customers, in order to lower the risk of transmission, the company has also developed new contactless ordering and payment methods such as smartphone ordering and curbside pickup. To guarantee the health and safety of its staff, Starbucks has implemented substantial adjustment to its employment policies to encourage employees to stay at home if they are ill. The company has adopted new sick leave and paid time off policies in order to teach its staff members how to maintain a safe and healthy workplace. Starbucks has also introduced new training programs. Starbucks intends to keep evolving its organizational structure in the future to satisfy the shifting demand of both customer and staff. To increase productivity and decrease contact point in its stores, the company intends to invest in innovative technology including contactless payment system and AI-powered inventory management. Along with ongoing training and support initiatives, Starbucks also intends to continue placing a high priority on the health and safety of its employees. In conclusion, Starbucks has had to significantly alter how it operates as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. In order to adjust to the changing conditions, the company has adopted a more decentralized strategy, put in place new work processes, and created new personnel policies. Starbucks will need to maintain its organizational agility and flexibility as the pandemic spreads in order to succeed moving forward.
The next step in the organization developing is leading. Leading is important to help an organization guide the employees in achieving goals. For example, leaders such as manager. Starbucks is a company that changed its organizational structure often to make sure it stays successful. Starbucks is a business with a hierarchical organization system. Starbucks management also demonstrates a high level of awareness. For example, closing all the stores in China several days after COVID-19 was announced. This showed that Starbucks supports the effort to stop the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Starbucks also followed the advice and guidance from the CDC and public health authorities. Next, Starbucks leadership has also encouraged all the employees to follow all the SOP. Furthermore, Starbucks also put more effort into online sale, which is Starbucks item now can be purchased online through by mobile apps. As part of this presentation is about controlling. Towards the middle of March 2020, the spread of COVID-19 began to reach its peak, causing the Starbucks stock to fall from normal. More than 15,000 branches in the US and another 4,000 branches in China were ordered to close as the city's lockdown order was issued. However, Starbucks operations are not completely closed as some branches are open for drive-through and delivery. This business is fortunate to still receive many customers during the height of COVID-19. Due to the management's wise control during the first 3 months after COVID-19 was contagious, Starbucks only experienced a decline of 5% of its usual. After that, Starbucks shares rose again, little by little, and maintained their position until now. Based on the observations of most investors, they felt that buying Starbucks shares was the safest investment made at that time. Although the stock of the business has risen over time, Starbucks is facing challenges in terms of internal business. This business is facing supply chain disruption due to all industry sectors facing the same problem during the pandemic. The supplier was unable to provide the raw material supply request according to the set time. This causes Starbucks to rely largely on non-perishable materials. The management has planned to commit and cooperate with the farmers. This decision, to some extent, helped farmers who also experienced crisis during the pandemic and increased the success of agriculture production. Starbucks has expanded its reach in Asia, where coffee farmers are in crisis due to the decline in demand for agriculture produce. This shows that Starbucks does not act carelessly during the pandemic and is always optimistic to increase its operating results and income in the domestic and international markets. The change to the way of doing business has not stopped Starbucks from continuing to thrive in all markets around the world. By practicing three important principles to survive this epidemic, which is to always prioritize the health and well being of their partners and customers. Starbucks is also supporting health officials in their effort to reduce the spread of the virus by distributing funds to improve health centers and vaccine production. Not only that, but this company always take care of their business performance by always showing themselves positively and showing their sense of responsibility to the society.
In conclusion, COVID-19 has changed everything. In this case, food service was also affected by this pandemic. For instance, Starbucks Corporation has been affected. Starbucks will be able to navigate the current pandemic landscape while maintaining its commitment by providing customers with the highest quality of product and the best services. In an effort to adapt and thrive in the current pandemic, Starbucks management must be innovative and creative. Recommendation: Starbucks should continue to prioritize staff and customer safety and health. This means that everyone has to follow all the rules and the SOP. As required by the local health officials, the management must also give them a proper safety equipment. Secondly, Starbucks should continue to invest in the technology and communication system by extending the online ordering method. Next, Starbucks can also add more drive-through shops. Additionally, Starbucks can also produce new products to meet customer needs that change over time.